with Treaty United captain Jack Lynch. Jack, very positive start to the league on Sunday, picking up a good point away at Bray.
Yeah, it was a tough game. As I said, we probably went up looking for performance more than a result. I mean, we have to be realistic at the same time. But no, I think especially going out to 10 men in the last 25 minutes, I think the lads showed great pride and great heart to dig it out for the last 20. As you said, we didn't have much of the ball. It probably wasn't the prettiest game to watch, but look, we're on the board at least, and we'll go again on Friday.
It was probably difficult to know beforehand, given how short your pre-season was. You'd only played at 3 friendlies, but in terms of match sharpness, that was probably difficult to know beforehand where you were at. So good to get the result out of it.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. Like, I mean, we don't want to make excuses either, but we probably did have 3 weeks less pre-season than most teams. And I mean, the team that played on Sunday, I don't think we had lined out together in any of the 3 pre-season friendlies. So look, we kind of had to gel on the spot, we'll say. But no, look, I think the lads put in a super performance, as you say. We did just that. We gelled on the spot. We all dug in. We all got behind each other when Sticky got the red. But look at the super result, and as you say, we'll go again on Friday.
How much of an honour was it when Tommy approached you to be captain of this team?
Yeah, it was huge. It's hard to describe, really. It's huge. As I say, it's some sort of an honour when you're the first to do anything. So when you came to me and asked would I be the skipper for the inaugural season, it was a huge thing. And to be completely honest, I wasn't really expecting it. We've lads here with a small bit more experience than myself, the likes of Loads and Ty Ryan. So look, all I can say is that I'll give 100% every time. I'll do my best, and I'll try to lead by example, and that's the plan.
Obviously your family have a huge tradition with senior soccer in Limerick through your dad Tommy. I mean, what are your first memories of senior football in Limerick?
Well, I suppose the biggest one that stands out was the first game back in the Markets Field. I remember Paul O'Connor scoring the header, and the atmosphere was something else. As I said before, it's something I haven't really experienced before, and I've been to kind of big European games and stuff like that, Premier League. But it was just something else when it's a club that's so close to, when it's your own club really, because it is my own club. And the club that you follow the whole way up. So yeah, look, I'm just looking forward to hopefully now with restrictions kind of lifting and the whole COVID thing kind of hopefully taking a better turn, we'll say, with the announcements today and the vaccines ramping up, that we'll get fans back into the Markets Field sooner rather than later, and we'll get that sort of atmosphere there behind Treaty United again.
I'm sure your dad was a big influence when you growing up, was he, playing soccer? And
yeah. My kind of motto at the minute is that he was my biggest fan and my biggest critic. Whether he'll take that in the right way or not is up to him, but no, look, I wouldn't have rather had anyone else in my corner the whole way up. I mean, he's got a huge fountain of experience that I'm sure I haven't dug into all of it yet. He still has tips and tricks that he gives me, the dark arts of the game every week when we come off. So look, he'll be there again on Friday, doing a little bit for LOI TV, so hopefully we'll put out a bit of a show for him and everyone else watching.
Your decision to come to Treaty, Jack, obviously you're playing with Galway, and Galway have been on a good run and are amongst the favourites for promotion out of the First Division this year, but ultimately your decision to come to Treaty, what swung it for you?
It was a lot of things. I mean, to be completely honest, leaving Galway wasn't the easiest thing I ever did. There was a couple of conversations with John about staying on and stuff like that, but there was other things that led into it. I was talking with Tommy kind of a couple of weeks beforehand. We heard the kind of musings that Treaty would get the licence. As well as that, I'm working inside in Castletroy with Edwards Life Science. I'm an engineer in there, and I get a huge amount of joy in kind of helping people through that as well. So there was a couple of things that fed into it, but obviously when you get the chance to represent your kind of home county or your home club on the biggest possible stage, I suppose that's another huge thing that fed into it. So yeah, look, I'm just delighted to be here now, and hopefully we'll push on from a good point on Sunday.
How much are you looking forward to Friday night? I know there'll be no supporters, but playing a game at the Markets Field, you mentioned that first game back there, so how much are you looking forward to leading the boys out? Yeah,
it's something I've thought about for a long time, to be completely honest. Ever since that kind of first game I was back there, in the first game the lads went back into the Markets Field, and as I said, the atmosphere was something else. So I've never played kind of a senior game there, we'll say. I've played 19s there in Collingwood Cups and stuff like that, but it'll be a different experience playing a League of Ireland game there, and as well to add to that captain in the side. So it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and just buzzing to get out there now on Friday.
Is it impossible to say, Jack, at this stage what a realistic ambition for this team is in the First Division this season?
No, look, and I think Tommy has said it and has kind of put it out there. There's no point, I don't think there's any point setting goals for this side. In this division on their day, anyone can beat anyone. There's no real point. If we say we're going to hit 20 points, then what do we do when we hit 20 points? Do we just stop? Do we kind of have a jolly up? Like, what's the point? We'll go into every game expecting the best of ourselves, expecting to give 100% and expecting to give people problems. And if that means we win a couple on the trot and people start getting nauseous, so be it. But we'll keep our head down and we'll just look at it's every Friday, next Friday, that's what we'll look at.